I was gonna go to Beyonce last night. She was in Dallas. So Beyonce was in Dallas last night, and instead I bought tickets to Australia. I'm going to Australia. I can't believe it. And here's the crazy part. I'm going to Australia Friday. Like, that's brown toner. Okay. Hey guys. What's up? What's up? What's up? Come on in the room. Let's talk about some goodness, okay? Let's get our vibes up. Let's just radiate amazingness, radiate abundance, radiate away from our thoughts. Right. So, yeah, Beyonce was in Dallas last night, and I almost got the tickets, right? Hey, Kim, girl. And I see all my friends going, I was like, but I'm going to Australia. Like, I've never been to Australia. So I'm going to Australia to meet the KatrinaRuth.com, who I absolutely love and adore. And then I just texted my girlfriend. I was like, my other girlfriend who travels all over the world. I was like, I'm meeting you next. And Lisa Nichols calls me and was like, can you please come play with me in the Bahamas? I was like, yeah. So I'm going to be gone. Screw the concert. You can Google it on YouTube. And also, I'm not that much a fan. Like, I love the Beyonce show. Of course, I would love to go. Like, duh, I love Beyonce. But also, like the old Beyonce, I don't know the new stuff. Although, I'm down with it. I'm be like Crunk. And I love the entertainment because that's a show. I'll catch it somewhere. I've seen enough clips on YouTube. It wasn't that serious. If I had a chance to go see somebody right now, I probably want to go see Bruno Mars again. So, I'm going to save my coins for Bruno. I got a little headache. Y'all, I'm going to take some Tylenol. But anyway, and it's not a real headache. It just keeps coming and going. I don't know what's happening. What's your topic? I don't have a specific topic. The last couple of days, I just have not had a topic. It's just been the same conversation. As you can see, it's been faith. So I guess that is the topic, but there's no particular angle. It's like just making faith moves. And I think what's on my heart, so I guess I do have a topic, because that's why I said I don't have a topic. I didn't put one, because it just comes out. But it's like, what are you vibrating? Like, I know that sounds strange. Don't go there. But really, what are you vibrating? Like, what energy? And it's interesting because the more this conversation has just been pressing upon my heart. A lot of conversations, and really they're all the same. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? What are you creating? Like, you're the creator of everything that you see right now. So what are you creating for your life? This is the question that we're going to continually have for ourselves, because a lot of times it's just easy to put the blame on other things. And it's like, at the end of the day, I'm the creator of whatever is happening in my world. I'm the creator of my future, because, like, for example, I just literally booked tickets for a lot of different things. So that's my future. It's happening in the future. And I know that when I go there, other magical things are going to happen, because that's just the way that it goes. And aligning to faith moves is like doing stuff that's uncomfortable. Like, I've had people tell me, like, a lot of interesting things about Australia. So I was kind of like, should I go? Like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm going. And then, of course, it's perfect, because then Katrina Ruth announces that she's having an event at the last minute. And I was like, I could wait till she comes back to the U.S., or I could just go over there. Like, why is it that I'm waiting for the U.S.? Why don't I just go now? I have no guarantee that I'm going to be alive by the time she comes to the U.S. And it sounds crazy, and it's just true. Like, you can't walk around scared to take risks and scared to die and scared to circulate your money. And you just can't be walking around like that. You got to do what you got to do. You got to start now and stop waiting, which I've always said that. But, man, it's even more pressing on my heart. I missed something. I don't know. Okay, no biggie. So, good morning. I was thinking about frequency this morning and what frequencies have I been putting out. If you feel that you've subscribed to the wrong channel, completely unsubscribe. I'm not for everyone. But listen, and welcome to all my new people. Hello, hello, hello. So this is good tea. This is what we do. We just talk about good stuff, okay? So if that's what you're about, normally the tea is messy, like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj messy. But we're not going to just perpetuate that foolishness. We are going to sit and give this moment so that we can just vibrate in good energy, realign our mindsets, realign our passions, our goals, and that's what good tea is all about. So we talk about all kind of stuff. Yesterday was really yummy. You guys were talking about all the things, and I just was like, wow. I mean, I went back and read the comments, and they were just very, very impactful and alert. So I love that. Now, anyway, when it comes to making moves, right? At the end of the day, you're the creator. You're making moves, and everything that you did yesterday, everything that you did 90 days ago, is with life right now. And so I always think about that because I'm like, it's so empowering. The old me used to get disappointed when I would listen to tapes back, that's tapes, audios, when I would listen to people say like, everything that's happening is your fault. And I would just literally just be like, like, what? No, you don't understand. I was fired. And you have to understand that everything is always working out for you. And we are responsible and we are creating in whatever form. It's not even what you say, it's what you say here. Because this is what is literally dictating your actions. And you are vibrating at a certain frequency. And so, here's the catch. The more you think about this, the more you're going to have a desire to upgrade. And then here's what happens when you start upgrading. People and things around you that normally were like enough are not enough anymore. You're just not on the same vibe. You're just not on the same tribe. You're just not on the same any of those things. And that's completely natural. I hate that they put the plugs right here. Anyway, so I've just been on this conversation of faith, complete faith, acting from a place of faith. So I want to talk to you guys this morning and really, let's just talk about faith moves. I want you to just give yourself this moment with me to think about a move that you want to make that is completely a faith move. Now, let me tell you what a faith move looks like. A faith move is a move that you have no evidence, you have no proof that you're eligible, that you're possible, that it's something. It's completely a thing that you're like, I don't even know how that's going to happen. But then you just have the unction and you have that flash of inspiration that says that you should do it. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody been feeling something and they're like, I should do it. I've been doing everything. I'm a Scorpio, so we kind of daredevils. We do it anyway. But I'm just up leveling even the level that I play at now. It's like, it's always time to go to a new level. And so I just want to encourage you guys today to take a moment in this moment. Because you don't need to go humming to meditate. There's something that you want to do that you have not been doing. What is it? What is it? That's the real question. Yes. Good morning. So, let me see. Hello, Forever Boo. I think that's what that is. Kim Richardson. Let's see. Cherie. Love your attitude. Thank you. Tracy. What's up, Radiance by Raytilia? So, the whole thing is, I didn't have a crazy topic because it's faith. Are you making faith moves? Are you making fear moves? Are you radiating faith? Are you radiating fear? And it's something that you have to realign to 24/7, and you're training yourself. And my friend said something last night that was very interesting. She said, I've been training myself to feel and vibrate at a certain way. She was like, now I'm kind of feeling guilty because I'm trained, like it's working. And so she was like, now I'm feeling guilty. Like, should I sit in the sadness? And I thought that was so interesting because that's what happens when you start to realize that you want more for yourself, that you are more, that you are enough, that you are, I am. When you start to realize that, you start to go, and then people are talking, people that you love, and something's happening amongst your loved ones, and they're wanting you to sympathize with them. They're wanting you to sit and talk about the weight of the world with them. They want you to sit and talk about woe is me stuff, and you're just literally like, so then you start feeling guilty, like, am I being cold-hearted? Isn't that interesting how that works? Very interesting how that works. But at the end of the day, your journey is your journey. And when you just literally make this work, your lifestyle and your daily habits, your daily practice, you're going to notice that the conversations you used to have and the old you is just not present. That's just the tip that I'm on. And it's been the tip that I'm on. Like, that's always going to be the tip, because the more you grow, the more that is the thing that's prevalent in your life. You realize you can't have the same friends. You're so not available for the same conversations. You're so not going to the same place. You're not finna date the same type of dude. Now you look at people you thought was amazing and you're like, ew, like I can't. It's hilarious. When you realize I am. Like, and you know what's interesting is that whatever you put after I am will change in the moment depending on how you feel. But the statement I am is so infinite. It's so, that's it. It's just I am. I feel like every time I have to clap when I say that. Isn't that crazy? Like, Jesus was the best example. I am. The end. And so when you look at everything that you want to accomplish today, you just got to remember that you are, right? And so whether you're in the mother role, whether you're in your beauty professional, whether you're a coach, whether you're whatever you are, the titles that you have, just remembering that I am is a complete sentence. And so you don't have to put anything after that. And you walk from that authority and you make moves from that authority and you make faith moves from that power. And listen, that's a whole nother level. Like, people literally be looking at you like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What's got into her? What's got into him? So I want you to think this morning, what kind of faith moves are you making today? What kind of faith moves are you making today? This is that's the T for today. What kind of faith moves? And remember the requirements. It has to be something that you don't even know. You don't even know that it's possible. There's no evidence. There's no proof. This is just something that you feel you should do. And I don't know. I mean, I'm just here to poke you just a little bit. What kind of faith moves are you going to make? Me? I bought plane tickets to somewhere that I've never been by myself to meet someone that I've never met amongst people that I don't even know. Like, that was a faith move. I was just like, okay, I don't even know what's going to happen, but I'm just trusting, like, I'm just going to go. Just saying. And I know, what I do know is it's going to be absolutely amazing. What I do know is I'm going to make connections that I should have been made. I'm going to learn something that something's going to be confirmed in a cellular level that I need so I can go to my next level. That's what I do know. So I can't even wait. When I come back from Australia, and I bought a one-way ticket because I was like, I also want to go to Sydney. And I'm just not really sure when I get there how my vibes are going to be. So I was like, I may want to be there for a minute. So that's a faith move, okay? I just know that I'm going to grow in the end. And that's the way that it's going to be. And that's done. And I'm just going to align. I have a question for you. I'm a single mom and I was dating a guy anyway. He was trying to screw me out of money I gave him for the car, but his mom is asking for the key because he recently got himself incarcerated. What? Oh, ain't no paperwork. I don't want to argue with her, stress her anymore. I know she's the only one. I just thought of letting it go. I will be a struggle for a while. What do you suggest? It's just really what you feel. Like, it's always feelings. It's always gut feelings. Like, it's literally like, what do you feel? Do you feel like you need to be released of him and everything attached to him? Then throw that car out the window and just understand that everything will work out. And that's a faith move. Like, for real. Like, if that's the choice that you make, me leaving my crazy ex-boyfriend, like, that was a choice. I didn't have like any money. I didn't have anything. So that was, and I just had to trust and know I'm going to be okay. And here's what we know. We always are okay. Like, even when we thought we weren't okay, hasn't it been proven that you always end up okay? Even if there's a little turbulence along the way. Listen, and welcome the turbulence and don't even be mad at it because it's like, oh, I'm grateful that now I know that version of me attracted that person, which attracted this mess. So now I bless the mess, I bless him, I bless his mother, and I'm okay. I'm free. I'm free of any connections, and I know that everything's gonna work out. I know that I'm gonna like work this out, however that looks like. So then you're gonna find that actions happen after you release everything, and you're gonna say, oh, this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and then boom, you're okay, because that's just the way that it works. So if you feel that in your soul, you have to be the determinant, because I can't. But you know that your soul always knows what to do. Seriously. Guys, we're born that way. You're born. Babies are born. Like, why is it that a baby can tell the difference when someone walks? My friend's baby, so funny. And I used to work at a daycare. Certain people would walk past certain babies and the babies would just literally clink. They would get tight and they would get quiet. They didn't like their presence and that energy, right? And so the same thing. You can have somebody walk into a room and you go, something don't feel right about that person. Like, and then they could even be happy and smiley and giddy and all that kind of stuff. And something in you is like, I don't know. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to trust. And then next thing you know, you hear some old messy tea and you like, I knew it. Like, that's your soul always knows. And the more you follow your intuition, the more it gets stronger, the more you can trust it and trust it and trust it and make moves. Yes, count it as a life lesson because It sounds, I mean, I can't make the decision for you, but it sounds like you need to release that, him, her, all the things connected, and thank it. Like, oh, wow, what in me allowed me to think that that was even an option? Now that I know that I'm no longer available for that, it's a celebration. And you'll receive the next best thing, period. You'll receive your next best level. It's just the way that it goes. And if that's meant for you, you'll get that or whatever. Like, it's just the way that it goes. Yay, have fun. Try some Vegemite. Oh my God, Katrina loves Vegemite. She always talks about it. I don't even know what it is. They really interesting delicacies when you get to Australia. I have a really interesting stomach, so what I'm not gonna do when I get over there is eat a bunch of stuff because I'm just tired. I've been eating too much BS. Working on a generator. Is that money generator? Preach, young lady, you are truly anointed. Thank you. I was just telling my dad after his radiation treatment today to say I am strong. Yes, 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 yes. And let me tell you, when I was in the hospital, I truly think that moment was a moment that I needed so that I can always tell people, like, I literally was in shock. I lost too much blood, going into shock. You can die. And I'll tell you, the thing that I did on that hospital bed, I couldn't even speak. I felt everything leaving my body. And I literally, in my mind, the only thing and it felt like I was holding on to my life with my thought. And the only thought that was in my mind was no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And I just kept wheeling that into my being on a cellular level, like, no. And I'm like, this is not the way I'm dying. Not today. No, 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 no. Can you say hell no? Hell no. I was like, no, 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 no. Like, and I couldn't say it. It was just in my being. That's why you have to be careful what you put into your body on a cellular level, because when things get hard, if all you got is negative conversation, depressing songs, and all of that, that's what's gonna come out. So when it's down to the wire, what you put in will come out. So a lot of times we like to blame everybody and everything, but at the end of the day, you're the creator. You're the creator. And we don't like to hear this because it makes you be responsible. So whatever you are experiencing, you're responsible for. So if you want to change your reality, then you've got to change the conversation in your mind, and you've got to build up so that when things happen, you're prepared for that battle. Battle is in the mind. Battle is not in the physical. Battle is here. Think about it. Think about it. We're all capable, but we would never really see the capabilities unless we go through the mental hurdles that even tell us that you're capable, that you should go do the training and do the daily work, the day-to-day monotony, boring stuff that gets you prepared for that moment. Like, listen, like that's not a game. And it's funny because it's like you can sing a lot of stuff and do a lot of stuff and realize that that's what's going into your body on a cellular level. Like, literally. There are certain things I just go, oh no, I can't be fooling with it. Because next thing you know, your actions are a part of this song, right? And the song, it's words, right? The same thing as your thoughts. Thoughts on repetition. Might as well be singing. So really, I say this all the time. Change your song, you will change your life. Because you're going to have a thought that's going to be on repeat. Just like a CD player. Just like a CD player, right? And that thought is going to control your actions. So if you think that somebody don't love you, then your actions are going to show that. And the funny thing is, a lot of times the thoughts that are on repeat are the ones you can't hear because you got too much noise in your life, right? So you never even hear them anyway, but you act in certain kind of ways and you're like, dang, why I keep making this mistake? Dang, why this keep happening? Why that keep happening? It's always an inside job. It's always an inside job. Always, always, always. So, long story short, you know what to do inside. And if you like, and the funny thing is when we say we don't know, just say, if I did know, what would it be? And then this is why you have to journal and write your thoughts out on paper. Because what's funny is our fears and the things that we actually think we believe, well, things that you do believe, when you put it on paper, you're going to look at it in black and white and your gut will tell you that's not true. Like if you believe you're not good enough, write that on paper and just look at it. Your gut will tell you that's not true. Unless you've trained yourself to just live in a depressed state. Some people like to I told somebody yesterday, stop claiming depression. Think about it. The media is telling you, are you struggling from depression? You're depressed. You're sad. You're this. You're that. Not saying depression's not real. What I'm saying is, what do you choose to align to? Have I experienced moments where I'm completely down and like out? Yeah, I told y'all last year, when I really started taking my mom to her doctor's appointments, that I didn't even realize I was experiencing like I was literally just down. I was saddened. My heart was grieving about what my mother was experiencing from Alzheimer's. And I didn't even notice it. And I'm trying to go at life, and I'm just feeling grief because I'm like, my mom is different now, and it doesn't look like she's gonna go back to the way she was, right? And that was a heavy thing. But I had to shake myself out of it. And what I wasn't gonna do is sit and claim depression or any of the other things and go get on some pills that's gonna keep making the things spin around so I can just be a robot. Like, that's not happening. Like, I am the creator. So I've got to make a new story about this. I got to find the lessons, right? And I found the lessons, and I found ways to cope with how my mom is everything is happening with the Alzheimer's. And it's funny because my family members are like, you have an interesting perspective about it. I'm like, I had to. Because either I'm going to choose to be sad every time I see her or celebrate her every time I see her. And make every time the first time and make her laugh every time for the first time. Tell her every time for the first time I just got in town, even though I live here. When I walk in the house, she goes, what are you doing in town? Like, I have to make it a thing. Like, and now it's just like, it's a special thing that we do. We laugh, we have a good time, we go do her. Listen, you create your reality. And it's all about your perception. Either it's happening to you or for you, what's happening. Either it's happening to you or for you. My mother's number one thing she used to talk about all the time for years when I was a child was that she never wanted to lose her mind. If that happened to me, ooh, I just can't because I ain't nobody. That was always something that they just talk about all the time. I never want, because so many people had lost their lives to Alzheimer's, and they just, were quote unquote a burden to whoever was taking care of them. So her thing was, I never want to be that. But you got to be careful about talking about what you don't want to see, because when you do that in a roundabout way, you attract it. So don't spend time talking about, I don't want to be broke, I don't want to be this, I don't want to have a man cheating. Don't spend time talking about that stuff, because you're going to attract it. Because the brain is so smart. All it hears is, I'm broke, I've got my man always cheat. The brain doesn't know the difference from true or false. The brain doesn't know it's only going to just take the words as is. And sometimes when you're talking about what you don't want, the energy is coming from fear and lack. And so you are going to attract what you feel. You're going to attract what you feel. That's why I keep having this conversation with you guys, because I just wish somebody would have had it longer and more, like, just over and over. Because we learn through repetition. So the more you hear it, the more you're going to leave off this live stream, and you're going to go and you're going to be doing your day-to-day stuff. And then things are going to happen and you're going to say, because that's just the way that it works. Your thoughts are things, period. That's what we see. Everything you see is. So if you think that, there's never enough, you'll never have enough anything. Tissue paper or money. You always running out of everything. It's always something. Somebody said the other day, it was one thing after another. Psh. I was like, oh yeah, I don't claim that. Like, nah, one good thing after another. Yes, I'll take that. But I'm not going to just keep saying, oh, it's one bad thing after another. It just, when it rains, it pours. I'm not aligning with these type of things. And guys, it's just how we grew up. It was how you raised. It was just like, that's the way it goes. But you got to just think about it. Everything that you want, you can have. And it starts in your mind first. Period. So true. My mom taught me this as a young woman. See what I'm saying? Like, and the whole thing is this, it's a practice, guys. That's why we talk about it every single day. And I'm going to talk about it till I leave this planet, because it's just a practice, and it's just the truth, and it's just the way that it goes. Exactly. Enjoy the moments. Oh, I do. Good thing is my mom and I have always been like road dogs. I guess that's the way. We roll. I have so many memories. I have so much that she taught me. So, like, my mom just did a great job. She definitely showed me of what a mother. Oh, look when I open my iPad. There she is. She definitely just showed me a lot. So I'm super, super grateful. And half the stuff I talk about is stuff she taught me, which is funny. Because she had a lot of dreams and aspirations, but she also had a very negative mind. My mom had a very negative mind. All she talked about is, we don't have. I don't have money for that, Michelle. Cut the light off. We'll close the refrigerator. We don't have money for that. It was all to know we're not using air conditioning. We don't have money for that. So that was ingrained in my back of my mind for so long. That was the song that was playing on repeat. We don't have money for that. 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 So every time I try to go to a new level, I have to go fight that same battle, that same song of, we don't have money for that, right? Because it just comes up in a different, because that was ingrained. That's all I heard. The only thing my parents ever argued about. A lot of people argue about cheating. A lot of people argue about all kind of stuff. My mom and them only argued about money. So it's funny because that shaped my perception of relationships, like it shaped my perception of money. Like I had this whole conversation. Why? Because of what I saw as a child. You are only, so whatever happened in your childhood, you're just the older version. If you never dealt with it, it's going to keep perpetuating until you address it. Wow, right? Seriously, think about it. What all you got to do is look at your childhood and look at the most traumatic moments. I can go down a list. And I can go to all the most traumatic moments, and then I know what that moment told me. And and it's like, it's not hard. If you look at the day my mom, so my mom that raised me, this lady, this is mommy, right? That y'all see her all the time. I'll have two mothers. So my biological mother, the day that my mom came to my biological mother's house, and I had already made my mind that I was going to live with my biological mom. We had a conversation about it. She said I can live with her. Me and my sister were talking, and we were planning our school year. And here I am planning my school year with my sister, my biological sister. And my mom comes over, and she knocks on the door, and she was like, Michelle, get your stuff. And I was like, oh, no, but I'm going to stay here now. And I'm just chilling because I'm thinking that, this is how it works. And my mom looked at my biological mom and was like, no, she's not. She ain't gonna be staying here. And she just like literally was like, let's go now. And my heart broke, right? That moment for me, that was a traumatic moment. I can remember like it's yesterday. I went to my grandmother's house and I was crying. My grandma was like, what's wrong with you? And I'm in there just crying in my heart. I cried the whole way from Georgia to Texas. I was pissed at everybody. I didn't give a, and that, so as a child, I began doing anything and everything. When I got back, I didn't care about no rules. I didn't care what they were saying. Here I am, a straight A student. I'm doing all the rules, and I still get told no. I didn't care. I was sneaking out the window, going to the club, singing in the club, having a good time, doing my thing. I'm acting out because why? In that moment, the stories that I made up about the moment, that helped shape my beliefs. I'm not keepable. She didn't stand up for me. My other mom was a BI. Like, I just came up with all these rules, right? And so then from there, I never, and I look at my friendships, I never let anybody get any close. I never let, all my actions, you have all of these moments in your childhood that give you beliefs. And if you don't address them, you're just an older version of that child. And until you fix it, you're going to see the same drama in your life. So that's why we have this. And it's just really simple. Wow, that's a testimony. Seriously. And the thing is, you have to go back to that moment, forgive yourself, forgive everybody that's involved. Forgiveness is a practice. And a lot of people just not willing to forgive because you think you can prove something to somebody. You think you can make them you think you're hurting them by acting. That is just stupid. I tell family members all the time, you swear you hurt somebody, you ain't hurt nobody but yourself because that person ain't thinking about you. They're living their life. Meanwhile, you're still that child from that moment, right? And so guys, this is the work we got to do on ourselves. And then you got to think about it. We're walking around with these pains from the past that, yeah, it's in the past, but it ingrains something in you. And unless you go back to that moment, I go back to that moment now, I understand why it happened the way that it happened. I understand why my mother said what she said. I understand why Jackie said what she said. Makes perfect sense. I don't fault either of them. It is the reason why I am the way that I am today. It had to happen that way. I had to stand here and be able to tell you that I don't have bitterness and hatred in my heart and anger in my heart at my birth mother. I had to be able to stand here and tell you that. It's work. You got to do that. Like, I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for my birth mother or the mama that raised me. So it all is perfect. All the experiences, all the lessons. But it really is when you decide to own the fact that you are the creator of your future. So if you want to just lean on anger, cool. You're going to keep creating crap, right? If you want to lean on just bitterness or who you mad at and all of that, then you're just going to keep having these little situations. And you're wondering, why can't I get to this level? Because that stuff matters, and it shows up in your professional life. It shows up when you try to go to work. It shows up when you try to go do something new. You want to make a face move, but then you're holding on to all these things. This is all, we have to do all the work. That's why I don't separate business and this conversation, because a lot of times if you are not trusting, you don't make the right business moves because you don't trust you don't trust people, you don't trust nothing. So you always come up with some roundabout excuse and some roundabout reason why it didn't work or why this ain't happening and why this, and you have this whole mentality, and it has nothing to do with the business or the industry. It has everything to do with you and the things that you haven't forgiven, the things that you haven't let go. Hey, auntie, how to address it, the money. Is that a question? I wrote out a sheet of paper. I wrote all my money memories, and I've been in a lot of classes and they do this. And I read a book. I tell y'all this book all the time. Now I can't think of it. But in that book, he was giving an example of something, but it made me think about my money and like what happened in the past about money that make me act so I can't remember what the name of the book is, but whatever he was talking about, I decided to do an exercise and I just wrote out all my money memories. And now it's funny because in every other classes and things that I've done, we do the same thing. And that's a skill that's something that you have to do. If you find yourself stuck financially, you got to look at the story that you have about money. For me, again, I told you guys, it was never enough money. My mama would take paper towels and split them in half before that was actually a thing. Like she would take paper towels, split them in half. What does that tell me? That we always have to save. And let me tell you, you'll find these little things in all that you do. Ladies, like for example, with my makeup wipes. I remember for the longest time, I would get the Neutrogena. I love the Neutrogena makeup wipes, by the way. So I get the makeup wipes, but I didn't even realize I had this rule that I had to get all the makeup off my face with one wipe. And I was like, gosh, and I would try to find this system so that I can get all the stuff off with one wipe, because I need to save these because they're quote unquote, they're not expensive. Like if you really think about it, they're $8 and there's 30 of them in there. Like really, you use one a day, right? But in general, I was like so stuck on the fact that it wasn't like $2 or $5 and I need to use one wipe. I didn't even realize that's what I was doing. And one day I said, why do I have to just get all the makeup off with one wipe? Because I'm looking at the wipe and it's just brown with all my makeup. And I'm like trying to still wipe. And I'm like, you're probably just smearing get a new wipe and wipe your face. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? So simple. But that came from there's not enough, because the way we grew up, you got to think about it. Keep the lights off, close the refrigerator. This is all because the light bill gonna be high. We don't got enough money for the light bill. Oh, we don't buy on-brand clothes. We don't buy on-brand food. We had Shasta sodas. Y'all know what Shasta sodas are? My mama didn't buy Coca-Cola. Like what? You're not gonna get a Sprite. You're gonna get some off-brand version. You're gonna get Tampico Punch, because you're not gonna get the regular Minute Maid fruit punch. You're not gonna get on-brand things like that. That's just not happening. Oh, you dang sure wasn't getting no Nikes or no like what? I started wearing, y'all laughing, this is serious. I started wearing designer stuff. My first boyfriend was Hispanic and he used to spoil me with new pair of kicks and clothes every week. I had Echo and Reebok and everything. I thought I was popping, right? But he would buy me stuff, which again, that teaches you a story. That shows you a story. Think about it. Everything gives you a rule. I saw my parents argue about money. I'm not getting no relationship where I'm struggling with money. That was always the rule, right? And then first boyfriend, what does he do? Spoil. So now there's this thing where I only date a certain type of dude. I'm only expecting, because that's what your events shape what you do. And I'm always addressing it. You're always addressing it. It's not that it's just over, because you'll notice little bitty things, like memories will come up and you go, oh. So you have to learn the technique of understanding. So when you do something that you're tired of doing, all you got to do is think about, where did it come from? Everything we do comes from a feeling. Okay? So how I feel has everything to do with something that is happening or something that's from an event. Like that event gave you a feeling and that feeling makes you do actions. I had to learn that with church stuff. My family's so religious, it's disgusting, because it's funny, everybody don't talk and everybody mad. And I thought that if you was religious and spiritual, you're not supposed to be just holding grudges and angry and bitter and all of that drama. But yeah, we the churchiest, hot messiness. But that's the way that it is, right? And that ain't got, when I look at the way things were taught, there was a lot of good things, and then there were things that were just purely about control, purely that make you scared to live, scared to be the true you. I'm like, wow. So I have to always go back and make sure that I'm not coming from that place of fear, because that whole hell and brimstone stuff, that's not hot. And you need to look at history on where that even came from, but that's another video from another day. Ain't got time. Hey girl, make sure you bring some of that Revelation of eggs next month. Auntie, yes, it's a question. Sorry about that. Oh yeah. So how to address money. So all I did was write out all my money memories, like literally. Just write out your money memories. So for me, you just go back to the earliest. You just got to think about yourself on a timeline. So from the time you was born, there's, you know, your age, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, your earliest memory, okay? Your earliest memory. Those memories, everything always gives you a meaning. Like it makes you create a meaning or a rule. And the whole best part is that you get to change the rules, right? But you got to first figure out what the rule is, where did it come from, so that you can thank it, forgive yourself, and then align to the new rule. A lot of times we don't remember to set the new rules in place. So for me, I had to go back and say, okay, what was it? And it was like a lot of stuff, and more from my mom than my dad, because my mom handled the money. My daddy, if it was up to him, he would buy everything he saw and not ever look at a budget. Like, he's just frivolous. So my mom never really let him do anything. She did everything. And all she talked about, like, she always talked about budgeting. But everything that had to do with the budget had nothing to do with, like, fun and life and living. We could go to the movie, we couldn't do nothing because it wasn't in the budget. So no wonder it took me all of my 20s to finally say I like budgeting, because I had a misconception. I had to figure out, why do I not like budgeting? Because my mom made budgeting this thing. My experience and the way that it made me feel is that I couldn't do or be or have anything, and I only could just pay the bills, and at the bare minimum. So I just was, every time I tried to understand budgeting, it was until I literally forgave that memory and made a budget mean a new thing. A budget just tells your money where to go, and if you want to go on a trip, you need to put the trip in the budget and then put the money there, and boom, you got the money for the trip. There it is. Oh my God, that's amazing. Isn't that amazing? So you've got to, and people, when I was growing up, it's just like, when you say you're on a budget, it just wasn't cool. It just meant that you don't have money, and that's not true. You budget for the things that you want. So if you want to do like first class, just budget for first class tickets. If you want to make sure you buy a new pair of shoes every month, budget for your new pair of shoes. If you want to make sure that you want to buy a certain makeup, right, when it comes out, budget for it. Just write it down. Tell your money where to go. That was so freeing for me. So that's how you go through your money stories. You have to go through events. First of all, you have to assess what you're doing with your money. So again, remember, everything's attached to a feeling. So for me, I was just spend, buy new shoes and buy new clothes and buy. So I was like, where is this coming from? When I finally was sick of being like, making a ton of money, like, you're like, okay, I make a shit ton of money and I have no money. How is this even happening? What am I doing? Okay, I'm spending. Well, why am I spending so much? Because it makes me feel good. Well, why do you need to spend to make you feel good? Because when I was growing up, we couldn't buy nothing. So, I'm trying to prove that I'm enough and I got it now. Well, if I decide that now I know that I'm enough and it has nothing to do with the things, and I just am, because I am, and I resonate from that place. It's funny, I went to the Gucci store yesterday, day before yesterday, went to Gucci, went to Chanel, and I thought it was funny because I'm like, wow, I always used to keep myself out of these places because I just was like, that ain't for me, right? And then I went in there and I was like, now I can buy and do some stuff, right? And I felt good that I desire to up-level my purses and my fashion and all that kind of stuff, but it wasn't coming from the place of trying to please people. Because most people that I know growing up that went and did the Gucci, the Louis, the whatever, they're trying to like put on, right? And you just have to look at what it means. And it's not that it's bad. It's just, what does it mean for you? Like, what does it mean for you? Like, and then I thought about it. Well, instead of buying this Gucci purse, which was like $1,500, and then the Beyonce tickets, which was $500, I'm going to Australia on Friday. Boom, done. Like, it's just, what do you value, and make sure that the energy and the feelings that you have behind what you do. If you're buying it because you're trying to prove a point, that's not really healthy. If you're buying it because you love the fashion and like, that's just because it's fun and that's just because it is, and you budgeted for, you're not like going broke behind it, then yeah, that makes sense. Have fun with it, whatever it is. I don't buy Gucci, I buy electronics. It's the same price, different thing, right? So I'm just saying. Everybody has their thing. So like, a lot of times when I was growing up too, one reason I stayed out of fancy stores, which really, if you grew up and that was the norm, really what would be fancy? That's just all programming, right? But when I used to think about it, I would be like, well, when I ain't had no money and couldn't buy it, it would be like, I don't want no Gucci. I I wanted it, right? I like it. And actually, I'm not a Gucci fan. I realized, okay, so you align with different brands for different things. I spent a lot of time in the Gucci store and I was like, this just isn't my brand. And yeah, I can go, oh, that's a whole nother subject. I just realized it's not my brand. I really like YSL and I really like Chanel, but I think I like YSL more than Chanel, which is crazy because Chanel is more of a quality, and when you buy the bag, it doesn't lose its power. Like it's worth, it actually goes up in value, so that's a smart investment. So I was like, and I was just assessing like which brand am I aligning with, because people align with brands, right? But before I used to be like, oh, I don't need that. That's because you feel like you're not worthy of it. So you got to understand that your worth doesn't come from the things, right? Oh my God, you are amazing. Thanks, girl. Thank you so much. You're welcome. This is so good. Hey, y'all. Okay, look at the comments. Okay, good. So you have to understand that everything we do comes from a feeling. And the more you understand what those feelings are and what caused those feelings, you can put in new rules, new beliefs, new feelings. And if you feel like, okay, I want to be like, for real, in my head, y'all, I tell y'all this all the time. My home is going to be like the freaking Caesar Palace. It's going to be fabulous. I can see there's 2 stairs and the big old pools in it. Like, it's going to be so fabulous, right? I need to feel that now. I don't have that now, but I have to feel that now, and I have to resonate there now. Because the home is just the home, because it makes me feel good. I don't need that. Do I need that? No. Who's gonna be in there? Like, it's too huge. It's huge, but it doesn't matter. I don't need it, but I desire it, and I can have the desires of my heart. But I have to understand that I already am whatever I think that house will make me be. Does that make sense, guys? I'm glad you talked about this. I have a bad timeline in finances. Most people do, and we get to fix it. That's the best part. Everybody celebrate. We get to fix it. We get to fix it. And the whole thing is, you got to be able to, most of the times when I've done money classes before, and just even with my one-on-one clients, when we address money, a lot of times when it's time to assess your money, you get depressed and you get frustrated because you're like, oh my God, this is really bad. And you just want to hide from it and keep doing what you're doing. And so I just want to invite you guys to see things differently and be open to the fact that you are the creator. You are going to create a new reality for yourself. But first, you got to know what you have created in the past and how you got there so that you can recode yourself for the new level that's already done. Nobody has to go print money for you. You just got to act from that new space and make the decisions from that new space. So you'll notice that something cellular shifts when you forgive yourself for whatever actions got you there. And then you're just ready for the next step. You're ready to step up. That's all. I'm glad. Okay, I read that one. Yes. Hey, lady. Hey, Tiffany Robinson. Wow. My mom taught me this. When is the next class? I don't know. So the classes that I have right now, guys, by the way, Glam You 2.0, which is super, super fun. So if you are a leader, speaker, author, coach, a creator, you're a beauty professional, and you know you need to step up your vibe and your energy online. You guys always watch me and tell me, Keisha, you have so much energy. Oh my God, how did you do your makeup? Oh my God, that look, the look. That's what you feel, right? The reason why you even sit here with me for these long ass live streams that are ranty as hell at no particular point, but the point is always faith. But the reason why you're here is because of that vibe, right? And so I literally, it's so funny. Several people have messaged me like, I've been waiting for you to do something like this. And I've been avoiding it for so long. Lisa Nichols has told me for the longest to do something like this. And so we've decided it's happening, and with 15 Women First. And I'm so excited because you're going to see their befores and their afters. They're just going to step it up on a 360. So Glam You 2.0 is about you finding that next level, sexy, confident version of you. You're going to go over your makeup. You're going to go over your look. You're going to be making more videos, taking more pictures in your business, online and offline. You are literally going to step up your energy, your mindset, and of course, your outer appearance, darling. So I'm super fired up about that. You guys can join in. That is on LakeishaMichelle.com. And there are 13 slots left. Last time I checked, 13 slots left. And the pre-work starts on Friday, and we start on Monday. And so you guys are going to have a template for your go-to makeup looks. And I'm going through all the things so that when you are, I said yes. So when you are, speaking online or offline, because you guys, a lot of times we keep thinking about the stage. I'm speaking right now, okay? This is the same thing, the same speech I would give at a live event right? And so you have to know how to get yourself prepared. So your live streams are totally preparing you for when you hit the big stage. When I get on stages, the funny thing is I totally can feel the shift because I speak every single day. So I get better every single day. So when I get on the stage, the energy in the room, I'm glammed out, right? And you have to find your version of glam. Go to LakeishaMichelle.com. I cannot wait to have you guys. And here's what I love is that the type of ladies that are joining this program are leaders and creators. And so we're going to lean on each other. And at the end of the 6 weeks, we're going to do a group virtual live stream and everybody's going to come glammed up. I'm going to be taking notes and grading, right? And we're going to celebrate each other and create something fun together. You're basically going to up level your look. If you know that you get on live streams and you tired of looking a mess, I'm going to just tell y'all, I'm telling you, the way you scroll down, just go scroll over your work. If you are scrolling and you're looking and you look tired, you look like you carry more bags under your eyes than in your hands. Like if you just look woe out, then you definitely want to get in this because I'm going to give you guys like the things that I do to keep my energy up, right? Because that's what people are buying you. They're not buying what you're talking about. Yeah, they're going to buy that, but they're buying you. How do you make you radiate? How do you just bring out the goddess, the diva that is inside of you, right? Some of you guys have forgotten her. You've gotten busy. You've hid under the title of a mother. You've hid under the title of whatever, right? And you just have gotten away from owning your power and feeling sexy and confident. You know, when I was growing up, the sexy was a sin. That was Jezebel. No, I choose to be sexy for me all day, every day, okay? I laugh because in California, people be like, where are you going? And I'm like, same place you're going. Bill, right? It's just, you got to know you. Like, what's the best version of you? A lot of times we're talking about the technical parts of business, but this is the part people buy you, like, right? So you want to make sure that you're on point. And it doesn't mean you got to be glammed out drag queen style. You just got to be the best version of you. And what does that look like? And of course, I'm a beauty professional and I'm a vlogger. I do 1 million videos a month, right? And I have an online business. I do live events. I'm an entertainer. So I can give you guys the tricks and tips, geez, so that you can totally glam yourself out and show up as that powerful person. Like, you got to make sure that matches the message. You know, you can't be on the internet with foggy cameras and dusty photos talking about, I'm going to help you be successful. I see that all the time, and I'm just thinking, but can you get dressed first before you help the people? Because you look like last night. Okay, good morning. You have a beautiful spirit. Bless you. Thank you, Antoinette. And be waiting for the hand-me-downs for my auntie. Oh, Tracy, me too. So my aunt Gwen, oh my God, I used to love when she would just go shopping because she always gave me clothes. And so my aunt, we wore the same shoe size. And the funny thing is I was like a size 10. I could wear 8 or 10. So, because people always make fun of me after my size now. I'm like, y'all, I used to always be like in 10s and 12s and 8s all the time. So my aunt would give me her clothes and I loved it because it felt new. So 10%, Cheryl, 10%. And that's always preference, but like you take 10% off of your, and that's debatable. I've heard people say once you take, like when you, as a business, if you're an actual business, pay your business and then pay yourself and then you pay your tithes from your personal, or you can just take whatever lump sum you get, take 10%, pay your tithes, and then pay yourself, pay your business. It's preference. I don't think you're gonna go to hell for whatever you choose, because people preach that. Just do your thing, do what feels good for you. How do you sign up? LakeishaMichelle.com. So this is going to be 6 weeks, starts on Monday. Logins go out on Friday. You guys get in, 13 slots left. I cannot wait because you're going to start. You're going to take your before pictures. You're going to do your assessment. I'm going to go so deep into mindset and just how do you bring out that woman that we follow Rihanna, Beyonce, and all that because they are literally, there's something in them that we align with. It is the only way you're going to be. Like when Beyonce walks on stage, you just start going, yes, you feel good, you feel sexy, you feel vibrant, you're ready for her to just do something. You're like, yes. And because why? It's like, it's beauty. And that's what we are, ladies. We all are beautiful, all of us. And I realized that even as a beauty professional, my favorite part is the end. When I watch that woman transform, she comes in like this and then she leaves out like this. What is that? That's confidence, right? And it's a mental thing, but it starts because we worked on the outside. And so many of us give ourselves, we were like, oh, I'll do it. Well, when I do get dressed, well, I'll get dressed whenever I go out. Like, how does that really work? Like, no, show up. And you don't have to be overly glam every day, Mariah Carey style, although some days I am. It's how I feel. But you just want to know all the different ways. You need to know a 10-minute makeup face. You need to know a super live event, like long lasting makeup. You need to know how to get the circles, okay? How to get the darkness underneath your eyes. You need to know what matches your skin tone. You need to, let's look at the hair. Is it working for you? What is it giving us? Because all of that is energy. So a lot of times we talk about speaking and creating and doing the technical things, but how about let's just pour into the creator? Boom, done. LaKeishMichelle.com. That's what I'm super, super excited about. So anyway, let me go back and read some of the other comments. Thank you so much. You're welcome. That was juicy, huh, guys? Very, very inspiring. My mom was the same, Shasta, where you drink all summer long. Exactly. And we surely couldn't have Kool-Aid because Kool-Aid used too much sugar, which I think is hilarious. Did anybody else mama say that? Not going to be negative. And listen, a lot of times people message me and they're like, I know you miss positive. It's not that I don't have a negative thought, guys. It's that you have to train yourself to see instantly. So if something happens and I go, oh, and it's like you hear it like, oh my gosh, this happened. Instantly find the good. And my favorite thing that happened within the last month was when we got stuck in the elevator for like literally 40 minutes. We're stuck in the elevator. And a couple days later, I'm downstairs at the little wine place, and the lady was like, she was so timid, and she was like, were you in the elevator the other day? I said, yeah. And she was like, I was so scared. She was like, I'm so scared. I'm like, oh. She was like, but you made it amazing. She was like, you were the best part. She was like, I couldn't imagine going through that without you. And I'm like, wow. And it's because when we got stuck, I just made a decision in that moment that I wasn't going to be stuck on the fact that we were stuck. So you have to dwell in the end zone. I talked about this yesterday. You got to dwell on the result that you know is going to happen. So what I knew is that the firefighters was going to come get us. So I'm going to dwell on that, and I'm going to look at YouTube and mind my business while this little random kid just leaning on my knee, making my knee hurt. It was a lot going on, but I just chose to just like release the fact that we were stuck, because what is. So even when you decide, for those of you who are going to go back and look at your it was, you always give the real deal. Your energy is wonderful. Yay! I want my confidence back. Pay for me, please. Is it pray for me or pay for me? Well, the whole thing is that you got to think about prayer. Like, it's done. And so it is. It is done. Like, your confidence is there. It never left. You just got off track, right? You're just into something else right now. You're leaning and vibrating at a level, but the confidence is there, right? And so doing the things, I'm gonna find that video of Beyonce where she talked about on her worst day, she gets up and puts on makeup, because that puts her back into beast mode so she can be the amazing businesswoman and creator that she is. So guys, it's there. Think about it. You can walk in somewhere, get your hair and makeup done, and for 5 seconds, you're gonna feel confidence because it already was there. It never left you. It's just you're not tuned into it. So what channel are you on, darling? Tune to the confidence channel that's inside of you. It was, you always get the real deal. Thank you. Does that make sense? Oh, pray. Yeah, it's done. So it's done. Like, you gotta align to it. It's done. Sometimes it's like, think about it. God, give me confidence. God is confidence and God is in you. So it's done. You just gotta align to it. When you start acting from that place, it's different. It's so different. It's so different. It's like, it's gonna scare you a little bit because you're like, am I really powerful like this? Yes. And so we'll hold the space for you to own the confident person that you are. We're all gonna hold the space for you, right? And it's done. It's just now that you have to choose to align to it. And so what happens, what that looks like is you get off this live stream and real life is happening and things are happening, and you either have the option to align to the thought of, man, that's probably not gonna work for me. Man, this and that. You can either go that way, or when you feel that feeling coming, say, no, I am. I don't even have to finish the sentence. I am. That's a complete sentence. I am, because it's complete, it's full, it encompasses it all. I am. Just go look in the mirror and literally say, I am. And feel it at a cellular level. Just, I am, 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 I am. Like, feel it. And then go do whatever it is you got to do. And do it with the energy from there. Do it from that space. Everything has to come from that space, from knowing. So I'm just inviting you to see it differently. I'm inviting you to step into it, right? And to own it, really. Thank you, all of you. You're welcome. Damn, she's gorgeous. What is happening here on YouTube? Anyway, guys, that's the tea for the day. All of the things, everything that we just said. Yes, I am, exactly. Just own that, guys. If you choose to own that, type it in the comments right now as we wrap it up, 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 wrap it up. Super excited about everybody that's gonna join. Super excited, just super excited, super, super, super. Because we're gonna have some fun. You're gonna step out your comfort zone. You're gonna be doing some looks that you haven't done. It's just complete up level, complete up level. I see the IMs coming through. Type it in the comments as we say goodbye. Hey, Lala, Tracy, Caliber Hair Imports. Let me see what Facebook is doing. Y'all woke, y'all sleep. What y'all doing? Let me see. I am in the comments. Cherie says I am. Desiree says, when is the next class? But what class are you talking about? I always am going to be having classes, guys. So you got to make sure that you are subscribed to my email list, and because that'll let you know what classes are available. That way you'll get all my stuff. Hey, girl. And then, what else? Yeah, just make sure you, and then you can just ask me, how do I sign up? Go to LakeishaMichelle.com. I see people saying, LakeishaMichelle.com, LakeishaMichelle.com. And you'll see the link there. And the thing has a certain amount of tickets on it. So if you know that you want to step your game up online, the Glam U 2.0 is for you. Like, I'm telling you guys, there is a disconnect when you're scrolling and you're looking at coaches and speakers and creators and you're like, I like the message, but it's just like, what? I want to just help you guys really, really, really jazz up your look and be your secret weapon. Because when you jazz up your look, everything else is going to be growing. People, you're going to make more money. You're going to have more fun in your relationships. You're going to get more, when you walk into the room, people won't just look over you, right? I mean, that's the thing. It happens. There's a reason. There's an energetic thing that happens, and there's also your look, and your look matters. You want to dress how you need to be addressed. So, I'm just saying. Okay, guys, I see you guys saying I am. I love it. Share the stream. Share it on Facebook. If you enjoyed this, share this, share this, share this. I always forget to ask for my shares until after the fact. But thank you for those who are already sharing it. And we're about to be outie. We're about to be outie just for a little bit. I'll be back live shortly with more details about Glam U and about other things that I'm up to. I love you guys. Make sure that you understand that everything you're vibrating today is what you're attracting. So if you want to attract something different, you're going to have to train what you're feeling and how you're vibrating, or else you will see the same-ish, okay? And I don't know about you, but I always want evolution. I want to constantly be progressing, or else I don't want to exist at all. So, anyway, I just saw a message. I love you guys. I'm going to be out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're almost at, I think it's 24,000, so that's exciting. We love you too. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Y'all know I'm going to be live later today, so it's not open. We're just taking a short break. We'll be back to regular scheduled programming.